Hi, this is Cherie Currie from the Runnaways, and you are listening to Cat on Collision on Voice FM. Ow!
Hi, Cherie. How are you?
Is this Cat?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, good. I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I guess we should start with the early days. And well, you were only 15. How did you end up in a band at such a young age?
Well, Kim Fowley and Joan Jett happened to come to a little underage club that I was at, and I kind of made up my mind that I wanted to be in a rock band. It just hadn't happened yet, and they approached me, liked the way I looked, and asked if I could sing or play an instrument, and I said I could sing, and I went and auditioned.
Right. Well, everything that the Runaways and you have been through, if you knew half as much then as you know now, would you still actually do it? Would you become a singer?
Oh, of course. Yes, I definitely would. I just know now that I wouldn't have listened to other people. I would have just, stuck to my guns and followed my path a little, and not been so insecure. But of course, when you're that young, that's all part of the deal. We're always insecure, especially when we're just teenagers. It's hard not to be.
Yeah. I actually read that Cherry Bomb was written for you at the auditions. It's not only your most probably famous song, but it's also one of the songs that's been with you the longest.
It certainly has. Kim Fowley wrote that song start to finish in a matter of minutes, and Joan played along with him, and he wanted to write a song that he felt kind of, in his opinion, captured what I was about. I don't know. I was too young to know anything at that time, but yeah, I enjoy doing that song a lot.
Awesome. And you are coming to Australia. How many times have you actually been down here?
I have never been to Australia, but have wanted to go ever since 1977 when I heard our very first album went gold there. And I was so sure we would head down under, but it never happened. And I have just had a fascination and a love for Australia for 40 years now.
Awesome. And, well, you are coming here. You're not just touring, but you're doing, with your meet and greets and that, you do have a 45-minute Q&A session as well as a heap of other things if people jump on the meet and greet thing. So this is all going to happen before you get on stage.
I'm not really sure because I haven't looked at any of that. All I do know is that I've got a wonderful PR company that's bringing me out there. They're really, truly pros. And so I just do what they tell me to do, and I get to enjoy meeting all the great people there and hopefully hug a koala.
Definitely have to hug a koala.
That's on my bucket list. Hug a koala. Must happen.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to let your publicist know that you have to meet and greet with a koala. And Cherry Bomb, of course, was a massive hit in this country, and you are a solo artist now, but you are still going to perform Cherry Bomb for people?
Absolutely, positively. I'm going to do all the Runaway songs that people want to hear that I sang.
Yeah, cool.
And Cherry Bomb happens to be one of my favorites, and since I've been doing it since I was 15 years old, I think I should be able to do that song without a problem.
Yeah. And you've got a twin sister who's also a singer.
Well, she is a singer, but she thought she wanted to be in a rock band until I actually put her in one. Be careful what you wish for, because you might realize it's really not what you want to do. So that's why we didn't really, the record I did for Capitol didn't go anywhere, because she had kind of decided she wasn't interested after all that. So.
Well, yeah, I guess that's why I asked if you would do it again, because, it does take a special kind of person to navigate the music industry.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done the record with my twin sister, that's for sure. I would have stuck to my guns and worked with the people, either Neil Bogart at Casablanca or the Capitol guys. I would have let them work with me and had a solo career first. So, but the thing is I was manipulated and told that it was something I needed to do for family reasons, and it wasn't the right move for me. So, just you can't allow other people to bully you into doing things, so.
How do you feel, though, now? I guess you probably have gotten so used to it, but the questions that people must throw at you sometimes, how does it feel when people are digging into your personal life like that?
I feel a little bit separated from it all, to be honest with you. I'm extraordinarily truthful. So I think having two books that I had the opportunity to write about my life, the one was a young adult book that came out in '89, Neon Angel, and then to be able to write an adult version of that when the film came out in 2010, I think that made me really face myself a couple of times and be absolutely 100% honest. So to me now, I can't be anything but truthful. It's very easy to talk about my life. There isn't anything about it that makes me cringe or makes me, nothing is off limits. It's just the way I am.
Well, you've taken up wood carving and you have your own gallery, but it's not just wood carving. You use a chainsaw to do it. Does that help you get some of your tension out?
Well, I've been doing it for 15 years, and, I don't really know if it gets tension out. Sometimes it puts tension in. If you're dealing with a chainsaw blade so close to your face for hours at a time, I think it might make you a little edgy.
Well, I reckon it'd make you pretty strong, actually.
Well, it has, yes. I mean, I haven't been able to carve now for the last 6 months, unfortunately, so I feel that. But when I come back from Australia, I look forward to getting back into it.
Awesome. So, and like you said, you are going to be doing the Runnaways songs that you performed, but are you also going to be doing some of your original solo music?
I believe I have a couple in there, yes, and I'm going to do a couple of songs that I've always loved, maybe even from the Runaways movie, and a couple of, surprises. We'll have to see.
People have to buy a ticket for the show to find out what you're going to perform.
Oh, yeah, because honest to goodness, I can't even tell you what my whole set list is, but it's a really good show. It's a well-rounded show.
How often do you tour nowadays?
Well, I was just in the UK in November, and I was actually asked to do some more shows in the US, but I chose not to because I wanted to be the best I could be for you guys. So I've done a lot of tours in the last 3 years, 7 tours. That's a lot for me.
Yeah, well, you're still well and truly keeping in the game, aren't you?
Well, I don't know about keeping in the game. I don't know if it's about keeping in the game. It's just doing the things that I have wanted to do for so long, and now I have the opportunities. And I enjoy it so much. Touring and being on stage is easier for me than anything else in life. It's probably because I managed to conquer that fear at such a young age that for me it's just so easy and so enjoyable. So I'm definitely going to do it if I'm asked to do it.
You've pretty much grown up on stage, I guess, in front of the world.
Yes, I have.
With all the stuff out there about you and the band, is there something that you want people to know about who Cherie Currie really is? Or do you think they know enough?
I wouldn't know if it was... Kat, you're funny. I wouldn't know. I guess different people would know things. A lot of people know a lot about the Runaways and a lot about me, and then there are new people that don't, that they just know what they saw in the Runaways movie and what they've read. If they've read my book, then they know a lot about me.
Yeah. So you'd like people, if they really want to know who you are, to read your book? Well,
to be honest with you, I'm not going to sit and tell everybody a huge book of my life. I mean, that was very difficult to write because it's not easy, to go through some of those harder things. So now it's so complicated. My life has been very, very unique, and I've been through a lot in my life. I mean, I was kidnapped and by a murderer and, brutally raped and all that kind of stuff, and I survived that. 6 other women didn't. He killed the other 6 women, so.
Wow, yeah.
Things like that I don't really, that are in that book, and if people want to buy it, that'd be great, and read about it. But, I'll talk about it here and there, but my whole life is just enormous of the things that have happened to me, so in the end, it makes me who I am, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And can I ask again what the name of the book is?
It's called Neon Angel, Memoir of a Runaway.
Awesome. Will you have that for sale at your concerts?
Oh, my goodness. I don't think so. I think that you could get that. That book is available through HarperCollins or It Books. I mean, that is a major book dealer. I think you could get it through Amazon or something like that. I wouldn't be selling the books at the concerts, no.
Right, so people can grab hold of the book and then they can bring it to the exclusive meet and greet and maybe get you to sign it.
Of course they can. Absolutely.
And yeah, there is like, of course, there's normal tickets available, but then you have your VIP Platinum and your VIP Gold. People should definitely go and check out Tom Bowler Entertainment, who are bringing you down here. And the 26th of May, you start in Brisbane, and then you're heading down towards the colder areas, Sydney on the 27th and Melbourne on the 28th. Then over to Adelaide the 31st of May, and the 1st of June you'll be in Perth. Are you going to have any time off before or after the tour?
I don't think so. I think I've got 2 days off in, I think in Sydney. I might have 2 days off there, but I hope so, because I do want to find that koala.
Well, I'm sure we'll make sure the koala finds you.
Yes. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, great. Yeah, you sound terrific. One of the easiest interviews. Well, I really appreciate everything, Kat. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And today's Mother's Day even. I get to go and have dinner with my wonderful son, Jake Hayes, right after I hang up with you, Kat. Isn't that neat?
That's awesome. It was actually Mother's Day here yesterday.
I know. Well, you're ahead of me a whole day. So it's Mother's Day here right now.
Well, happy Mother's Day.
Well, thank you, Kat. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you here at the end of the month.
I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye now.